It literally looks like Dracula is about to rise from the dead.
What the fuck?
That is a soulfish.
That looks like a bum hole, bro. What the fuck?
Amar, let's move on to you.
All right. So previously, in the previous episode, we did talk about bats and dolphins, right?
Yeah.
But I want to steer it into a different direction, right? So it's all about just being brainwashed and about the foods that we eat today. So obviously, like,
I don't know why we're acting like Swift didn't just walk into the room with his lovely lady. Hi, guys.
All right.
We're just pretending like nothing's happening off camera. Like there's no one there.
Continuity, guys. Come on.
so yeah.
Oh,
So
no,
obviously,
sorry.
have an open mind as you listen to this, because obviously, where we grow up here, we've been taught to eat certain foods, certain animals, cows, pigs, chickens, all that sort of shit. But in other countries, they eat, cats, dogs, dolphins, Godzilla, T-Rex, whatever, yeah? So for that,
Sorry?
it's not...
Sorry, what country do they eat a fucking T-Rex
I'm just
in?
saying, innit? So obviously that's not normal for us, innit? But I think in our head, we like, in terms of cats and dogs, I think for us, we kind of built that emotional connection with dogs, that they're like pets, they shouldn't be eaten, da-da-da. But obviously in other countries, they eat that sort of shit and we feel some sort of way with that. But should we feel that kind of way? I'm just saying, should we
I
feel
just
that
feel
kind
like
of way?
there's a disaster pending with this conversation. But I'm also down for it.
Wait. Let me preempt this. So a couple of years ago, I went back home to Ghana, and I went to my granddad's village, like way in the north. We're talking deep.
That upside. Yeah.
We're talking bush. So we were in the market, and my cousin, he lived here for a little bit, innit? He pulls me aside and he's like, "Okay, I don't want to alarm you, but I just saw something that I'm just like, wait, what? Hold on a second, what?" And I was like, "What do you mean? Like, what are you talking about?" He takes me over to a stall, and there's a stall of just dog heads. And I'm thinking to myself, what the hell is this?
Just the heads.
Just heads.
Fuck.
Are they like magic materials or?
No. Apparently, some northerners like to eat it.
Well,
Like a
make,
delicacy.
I make stew.
Yeah.
Huh?
And
They make stew with it.
I don't know
Put
what
a
the
dog
hell.
head in a stew.
Personally, I don't know.
Just the skull sitting in the stew.
Well, I don't know. But yeah, I turned around. I was like, "What the hell is this?" And he's like, "Well, your guess is as good as mine, and I live here." Do you know what I mean?
Damn.
Like, okay.
Was it like different breeds of dog, or was it just like the,
No, I
the
think it was just
standard generic, like sort of street dog?
Just sort of like the mongrel type.
Yeah, mongrel dogs. Yeah.
I was like,
Sorry, just imagining, you know how like you get an Angus steak? You could choose you could choose the type of dog head that you eat in your stew.
We get that nice Dalmatian.
I feel like Dalmatian skull would be quite expensive.
I'm assuming they eat the whole dog, but I didn't want to ask. You know.
Would you get dog wings?
Dogs don't have wings.
But like, what do I mean? Like dog legs, for example. A leg of dog. Like you have a leg of lamb.
It'll be like the same cuts as lamb, innit? You get the flank, you get the rib, you get the rib,
Medium
you get
rare.
the ribeye, you get all them kind of cuts, innit?
Okay, so what we're basically saying is dogs have a similar, I guess, cut or cuts to a cow.
I don't know.
So to bring it back to Amar's point of what's normalized and what isn't, are you against or are you debating?
I'm not against it. Like, obviously, our natural like reaction to that would be, oh, why the fuck are they eating that sort of shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, they're pets and da. But for them, it might be normal. You know, here we drive on the left, they might be driving on the right. So obviously, things are a bit normal for other countries. So I think we should take a step back and think, don't talk too much about it, because they've been eating dogs. Like, I think China's been eating dogs for like hundreds of years. So that's probably in their kind of culture. So it's in the younger culture now, the younger generations that are against.
I just
eating
want to
dogs
ask,
and
have you
shit.
done research and verified any of the information that
A
you're
little
giving
bit,
us
yeah.
right now? Okay.
A little bit, yeah.
Because you just said China's been eating dogs for hundreds of years and it's part of their culture.
It is.
If the next Chinese person to comment under the video says otherwise, we're screwed.
DM me.
Like,
I'll
it's
send you
over.
some shit.
It is over. Episode 2, we're done,
They have
guys.
been
Flagged.
eating, South Korea as well, apparently, been eating dogs. They have like dog farming specifically for this.
Okay, so now you're making it more normal,
Yeah.
right? What you've just said there makes it more normal. If you lived in a country where dog farms were normal,
Yeah.
do you think you'd be okay with the concept of eating?
No, I wouldn't eat dog.
Is that based on what you know now or what you still would think you feel? I know it's kind of difficult to hypothetically.
Well, like, I don't really eat meat anyway, so dog wouldn't be a choice.
Is it because we've been living here? Because
What-
obviously where we live kind of dictates what we eat.
Definitely.
Obviously, dogs. We're not going to go to the local butchers and
Yeah, no,
there'll
of
be
course.
dogs there.
If I grew up eating dog, like if I grew up like always eating it, then it wouldn't be a problem to me, innit? But it's just not where I'm from, innit? So I wouldn't eat it.
But is it our like? Should we comment on what others eat?
No, I
See what I'm
definitely.
saying?
Yeah,
Like,
no, I
should we
think
take
you
it?
do. You have a point. I think like other cultures, they're just different, innit? Everyone's
Yeah.
different. Everyone eats different things, innit? And I think there are some like for example, beef, innit? Like Britain eats a lot of beef, America eats a lot of beef, but India, if you used to
Yeah.
Yeah.
used to even talk about eating a cow, they'll run you out of town.
I think they're like specifically Brahmin people.
Yeah.
They worship the cow
Yeah, yeah.
as like a sacred animal.
Yeah.
So like to them, the fact that we just casually eat a steak,
Yeah,
right, is insane. Right? It's almost offensive. Well, it is offensive to them. So to just expand on that point a bit, we're talking about the normalization of certain diets or certain foods in certain cultures. What do you think, from our knowledge, we're from 4 very varied cultures, right? What do you think to us would be just an across the board no? What would be you cannot eat that?
Humans.
Yeah, I was gonna say people.
yeah,
People.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Okay, maybe in a survival situation, would you? If you know
Bro, no.
for survival, you wouldn't eat a
survival,
human.
come on, man.
Okay, all right, think about it, yeah. So, see, there's two of you on an island, innit? And then it gets to the point where you've run out of food and someone's got to eat. Who's gonna go first? Like, are you gonna?
If I was on an island, I'd probably look at the sea first rather than my companion and think, snap.
That's what I'm saying. I think it will never get to a point where you'd be like, oh, I'm gonna have to eat you, you know?
No, but I think when you're at that point, you're desperate. Your mindset will be totally different. I think.
But-
Obviously, we can't think of it now because we're not in that kind of a situation. You know what I'm saying? But
I just can't. I can't see myself get to a point where I'm like, I'm so hungry, I'm gonna kill you and eat you.
To be, there's certain situations in which I look at people and I think I just want to kill you anyway. Not necessarily.
That's
eat you right
different.
after.
But to eat you afterwards, boy,
It's a good way of getting rid of the evidence.
you're gonna shit it out though, innit?
Yeah.
And then what are you gonna do with the bones?
Flush them, then they'll end up
Flush
in the,
the
Thames
bones.
and hopefully the pirates.
Pirates will get it.
So this place has what, working toilets, but
Yeah.
there's no food.
Oh,
I thought
true.
we was on the island for
I
some
thought we,
reason.
yeah. Sorry.
Why do all survival scenarios happen on the island? Why
can't we be in the middle of the Amazon?
where is this hidden island that everyone is
Struggling to
everyone's
survive.
struggling to survive on? Like, do you remember that show, Survivor?
Yeah.
And they used to fly all them guys out and just leave them on the island, and then
I think that's a great idea. We should do a special episode like that.
just go to some random place.
Yeah, like the Isle of Man or something.
Should go Epping Forest and just go there.
The Isle of Wight or something like that. I don't know what it's like there. I imagine it's quite archaic.
Isle of Wight is just
Quite basic.
a lot of old people just like
There you
walking
go.
around.
It's a dying population. It's a great place to go for your survival show. Like, look, we have survived.
Survived.
Today there were 31 funerals on the Isle of Wight. We survived, guys.
We did it.
Sorry, death is not funny. It's just a reality. You're all gonna die at some point.
Memento mori.
Okay, so you wouldn't eat a fellow human being. So we agree that humans are the limit. Anything other than humans? Anything else that's just a no-no?
I got to draw the line at monkeys. Any form of primate.
Okay.
Couldn't
why?
eat a primate because
Just because they're similar well, similar to us in a sort of way, or
Yeah, I guess so. But also that would be, yeah, it's the same the same similar body structures, isn't it? So I guess it would kind of be like eating a human, isn't it?
Well, to be fair, Hass, when you walked in, I didn't see a fucking long tail that you used to grip onto tree branches with.
What?
Hassan walking around with a tail behind him.
I like to report racism. Yeah, no. In terms of like the same. What do you call it?
They're part of the same evolution.
The same. What's the you got the species, then you got the what's the one after species?
Science
class.
We're looking at you. You can't not expect the science questions to come your way, Justin.
There's the class, and then there's the. I'm gonna have to Google that.
There's a genus in there.
Genus, yeah. You got genus. You got but it's too it's too similar. What else?
What's a no-no, Amar? You raised a question, but I want to ask you, what's a complete no aside from humans?
for survival.
Like just food. What would you not eat? You just refuse to eat that in any situation.
I think just insects. I'm down to eat whatever. To be honest, I'm a bit more open now. I'm not gonna lie.
Did my dolphin conversation?
I'm just
open you
saying,
up?
like, if it's there, I'll
You thought about it.
because the thing is, I'm a big food guy, innit? So I'll just try whatever. So yeah.
Okay. So would you then? So you said you're more open. So it's an interesting question now.
Yeah.
Would you eat an endangered animal?
No, probably not now. Thinking about it now, no.
Do you know what? Yeah, that would be on your conscience forever. You'd be like, oh man, why did I do that?
Probably like not now, but like obviously if in a survival situation, I'll just eat fucking whatever.
So you would eat an endangered
I'm
animal?
eating you lot up if you dying before me. That's what I'm saying.
Hypothetically, let's say he was on the island again, the same deserted island, the same deserted island,
Yeah.
and there was like, I don't know, fucking, you saw a dodo in it,
Okay.
and there's nothing else to eat. You knew that was probably one of the last few dodos on this earth. Would you eat it?
I probably would.
Fucking hell. I'll eat it as well.
Got back on the word, I wouldn't eat that. So you'd eat a dodo. Justin, would you eat an endangered animal?
Nah.
Really?
Yeah.
I never had you down for like the conscious. This is gonna keep me up at night.
Well, hold on a second. I'm not like some dark-hearted,
Well, I'm just saying.
some evil guy sitting there like, yeah, I'll fucking eat that.
Is he actually looking out for endangered
So how many of these are left?
He's not endangered enough now.
Oh, like I'm not. Well, I am actually quite a picky eater. I like to say I'm not, but like I wouldn't even eat fish. Do you know what I mean?
Why is that?
Bro, I just don't like the taste.
You just don't like fish at all?
Do you know what? Like every so often, I take a bit of fish just to make sure.
Just to check he's
Yeah,
still,
just to be like, this still tastes
you
like shit.
grow in life and your taste develops. So
Yeah, so I'm thinking, oh, you know what? Maybe, just maybe.
I think you should get the saltfish. Have you? Oh my God! Did anyone see those pictures of saltfishes?
No.
Have you seen what they look like? They look like fucking little coffined vampires. So you know, over the top, they've got like these. They've just got a standard fish type, stingray type frame to them. When you flip a saltfish over, I swear to you.
Wait, when you say saltfish, what do you the saltfish that
saltfish
you eat?
Oh, okay.
Flip a saltfish over. Someone please check what a saltfish looks like. It is disgusting.
What, you talking one
Dude,
that's been processed?
Look, Roxy's got it up. That is a saltfish.
That's what you man are eating as well. So
It literally looks like Dracula is about to rise from the dead. That is a saltfish.
That looks like a bumhole, bro. What the fuck? That's not saltfish. That can't be.
That is a saltfish.
I thought they used cod to make saltfish. Wait,
Actually, I didn't know.
oh, there we go.
Wait.
It tastes nice.
I didn't know there was actual fish called
there's an actual fish. So when you go to Ronnie's in a bit, right? We have our lunch.
Ronnie, we need to talk.
That is what he's serving you.
What's the actual?
Guys, if you haven't Googled a saltfish, please Google a saltfish.
Is that the actual name? What's the actual name?
It's called a saltfish.
Oh, saltfish. All right.
Google a saltfish and check it up. Trust me, it will stop you from eating saltfish in the future. Oh God.
No, this is gonna bug me, bro. This can't be right. Salt. There's no such thing. There's no such fish as a salt fish. What are you?
Dude, I'm telling you, that is saltfish.
Listen, we are not the same.
Look, that is saltfish.
The same one they use for Jamaican food.
Yeah.
Get out of here, bro. You've upset me, bro. You've offended me, bro.
Right, guys, I'm going to steer it towards our final speaker,
Okay.
Justin.
Quick
I
one
feel
from
like
me.
quick one.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna long this out like last time, guys. Don't worry. So, as we started, we were talking about Kanye and his current mental situation. Thing is, the way we approached Kanye and his battle at the moment, we've been quite as in general, people have been really understanding, really kind of like, oh, is he all right? Is he okay? Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Which is absolutely brilliant and it's great. But at the same time, when Orlando Brown, remember him?
No.
From That's So Raven, Eddie?
Oh shit! Yeah. Yeah, he went on a bit of an episode, didn't he?
He's been struggling with his own mental health for God knows how long, and we clowned him.
Why? Why do you think the difference? Why was that disparity between
That's
the two
the question.
individuals?
Why are we okay with, or why were we, should I say? In fact, technically still, because of the whole Nick Cannon sucking his dick thing. That happened.
Wow. Okay, I didn't know about that.
No. So he said that Nick Cannon obviously sucked his dick.
Gave him oral. Okay.
Yeah.
Put it so candidly. Thank you.
Well, no problem, guys. Yeah. So
Graphic.
why are we okay with clowning him and his situation, but we'll sit there and just be like, oh, nah, Kanye, no, take your time, get better. Like what? Like we shouldn't.
Amar, I'm going to ask you this question, right? Because I always feel like you're a lot more sensible in your thought process.
No, far from it.
Okay,
Go
cool.
on.
Thank you very much for ruining that. Can we just cut that bit out, please?
No, keep it in.
Amar,
Just take the
take.
compliment.
Amar, I wanted to ask you. So, realistically, do you think it has anything to do? Would you say it has anything to do with how much we like the individual, or how familiar we are with the individual, and how much we support them? Do you think there's like a connection between the two?
I think there is. I think it's like with the Jeff Bezos shit as well. I think it's like what we expect from him
Okay.
type of shit. But stuff like that, I don't take it. I don't dive in too deep about it too much because I know it doesn't affect me personally. Because I like to block out shit that doesn't really affect me. But I just find him entertaining.
Kanye.
Yeah, I just find this shit entertaining, really.
But would you say that you would support, or would you be a supporter of Kanye in his current episode? Would you want to make sure he's
when you mean
okay?
support, as in like, what do I do personally to support him?
No,
As
in your thought process, do you think would you wish for him to be okay
Yeah.
and come out?
I
on
mean,
the
I
other
wish
side?
everybody to be all right. Okay,
Okay.
really.
Hass, thoughts?
Kanye, first of all, I've got to say, one of the great producers of all time, I think.
Agreed.
He's definitely gone through a lot of like troubled situations as well. I definitely think his wife doesn't help the situation. I think as well he has these episodes that he goes through in it. Like he'll have an outburst and then he'll be quiet for a while.
Yeah.
And then he'll have another outburst and he'll be quiet for a while. And this is his latest outburst. And it's a pattern, isn't it? And I think, he probably is having mental health issues, but he does talk. He's quite open about it. That's the thing. And I think the internet just clowns people, innit? Like,
Yeah.
you seen the meme of him crying. You seen the meme, Will Smith crying.
I was actually gonna lead on to that.
Yeah, it's like I feel so going back to like mental health and things like that. I feel like when people who are in the spotlight, if they decide to open up about their feelings and things like that, they just get clowned about it. You end up getting clowned about it, and it just causes a lot of people to repress all their emotions and things like that, and it just doesn't come out.
Yeah.
And that's probably what you're seeing with Kanye. Kanye's probably been so repressed that he doesn't know how to get out his emotions, and when he does, it's just a flood like that. And like sometimes, even notice when he's speaking, sometimes he just speaks and he doesn't even stop. It's like he's not even thinking about what he's saying. He's just speaking. So
the thing is, all right. So what I kind of wanted to sort of illustrate here is for Kanye, people are doing the opposite of that. They're not kind of sitting there and making memes to the level of, say, the Will and Jada situation,
which was, let's be honest, a heartbreaking situation.
Yeah,
yeah,
right. And then August Alsina released a song. It's a trash song, by the way. I just like to point that out. The song is awful, but he released a song called Entanglements, and that is just added
disrespectful,
compounding to the trauma. Like,
okay, so imagine. So obviously they both went through this horrible situation. In fact, all three of them did. August obviously came to them as a broken individual. He had his issues before. Jada and Will had marital issues to the point where they were going to break up completely. Then August and Jada had their entanglement, and then
sorry, I'd just like to say, what if it was a case of the savior of Will and Jada's relationship was her fucking August?
Well, it clearly was.
Like,
because they.
You know what I'm saying, like, what if cheating? Well, no, it wasn't even cheating. It was permissive.
They were in an open relationship.
No, they were done.
What if that's what saved the relationship?
Yeah.
Where do we go from there?
Well, here's the thing. So everybody clowned them to the point where, like, Will's sitting, like, Jada's sitting pretty. Let's be real. She's out here looking like Future. And Will's kind of just sitting there, like, he like, I've seen so many pain memes. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, let's be real. He's the new crying Jordan.
Yeah.
It's one of these things where we need to sort of be mindful that these are actually, like, these are genuine people. They're going through some shit, and like it's all well and good for us to kind of like laugh and joke about it, but is it a situation where what we're doing is also maybe stigmatizing mental health a little bit more than we should be, because we're clowning these people who are maybe not famous but going through similar things? They may feel more afraid to come out and talk about it.
Yeah.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
Like another example, Michelle Williams, aka the third one from Destiny's Child.
The one that no one would choose. If like someone's called you and your group of friends Destiny's Child, everyone would fight over not wanting to be Michelle. And maybe that's where her mental health issues started. Because of playground jokes.
The thing is, there is truth to that. She has been going through mental health issues.
About to make me feel bad.
Oh, 100%.
What to get you, boy.
Yeah. Like, she has been struggling with depression for the last, I'd say 10, 15 years. It's clear that she has imposter syndrome. Like, she doesn't believe that she's good enough to be in the group.
I thought when you said imposter syndrome, you're like, she thinks she's Beyonce, but she's obviously not.
No.
Like, that type of syndrome.
She doesn't feel like she's good enough to be around both Beyonce or Kelly, or kind of be part of the legacy of Destiny's Child.
Yeah.
And let's be real, the fans don't really help either.
Yeah.
Because oh my God, there's a couple Twitter pages literally devoted
to Michelle jokes. Yeah. And it's disrespectful because like I think Destiny's Child as a group, like they were a really good group, innit? And they all brought their own different kind of sort of vibe to the track, innit? And like, yeah, Beyonce's in the front. She's always in the front. But like Michelle, she's just equally a strong part of the team, innit?
Yeah,
so like, it always like saddens me to see when people clown her.
Yeah, for real.
Because like you need to put some respect on her name, innit? I think
100%, and people don't rate her enough, and because of that, it has affected her mental health.
Yeah.
Someone who also is in a similar vein as Kanye is Azalea Banks. So
I hate that.
Mad problematic.
I hate that bitch.
Mad problematic. She has been, she's been racist. She's been homophobic. She's been transphobic. She's been everything under the sun. However, she also has bipolar. but when she had her last like massive outburst was, I think, in 2017 with the whole cupboard where she had killed a chicken. The
Sorry, I'm not. It's not funny, but it's funny. Do you see what I'm saying?
Oh, like at the time it was wild. I was like, what the hell is this?
She killed a chicken.
Yeah, like so. What it is that it was like a
Did she eat
like
it?
well, no, I don't think so.
Was it a sacrifice?
Yeah, it was a Bruja ritual, basically.
Oh shit.
But days before she had a massive episode.
But now I'm going to ask you something, right? So Kanye's episodes, too conveniently, have a tendency to coincide with album releases.
Album releases and presidential elections.
Right? Azalea Banks put out a new song soon after her last episode. Do we think there's potentially that kind of scope for people to use which I'm not saying is illegitimate in terms of their mental health issues. I don't doubt how genuine they're being when they say they have mental health issues. But do we think there's something there that links? Okay, I'll use almost an aspect of myself which people pay a lot of attention to kind of promote or potentially market my work at the same time.
Maybe yes and no. I don't know.
I think, okay, while it's probably incredibly stupid to use your mental health to promote an album,
Yeah,
there's probably someone who's done it. Like, you know those magazines, those OK magazines and shit like that.
yeah.
So, what they usually do, they'll find a celebrity, they'll tell her to put on weight, and then tell her to lose weight, and then come out with a fucking fitness plan in it. Yeah. So that's you're basically playing with your health just to make some money in it. So it's possible there are probably people who do play on their mental health to get them in the limelight, and then boom, drop an album. So that is a possibility. I think it's the most stupidest thing you could do.
I don't think it's. I think it's more or less quite. It could possibly be the case, but I don't think it's intentional on their part. Really, I think it's someone in their camp maybe capitalizing on the fact that, a little bit of controversy, let's make some money. Let's
That's true.
Silver lining.
So you don't think it's the individuals themselves choosing?
No.
to
It
go
could
down
also
that
be
way?
the team behind them, innit? Like the management, whatever. Yeah, that's true. That is true.
So what do we think then as a group? What do we think is a solution to the fact that we have a tendency to, let's just put it in straight terms, support certain individuals with mental health issues, whether publicly or out, off camera or whatever it may be, off social, off internet, and then clown others? Why? Like, how do we bring about a bit more balance to the force?
Look, we all use humor as a coping mechanism to get through sort of like the worst of this. But I think we also need to be mindful that these are actually genuine people and just think about being a bit smarter with the comedy we use. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I think comedy doesn't always have to be at the expense of somebody. I think, like, you don't have to clown people's mental health and things like that just to get people to laugh, innit? Because it does a lot of damage, I think, as well.
Because it doesn't really matter if you're famous or not. At the end of the day, you're still a fucking human being, innit? So,
on that note, I wanted to point out one final thing in terms of the mental health subject that we're currently talking about. I feel personally a lot of individuals clown, and I want to know opinions quickly. A lot of other individuals clown other individuals who have mental health issues because they see parts of themselves within those individuals, right? And rather than deal with your own shit, it's just a lot easier to take the piss out of someone else's shit. Would you agree?
Yeah, definitely. It's easier to look at other people and say, "Oh, he hasn't got his shit together." That's funny. Than to actually look at yourself and say, "I need to get my shit together."
Jay?
I think it's easier for someone to, like you say, haha, look at them, as opposed to, haha, oh, same. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
There's a difference. We need to do more of sort of like the latter and less of the former. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, I feel the same way as well. I think you should work on yourself if you've got any issues and then help others instead of like making fun of them.
Cool. Well, guys, there will be a link for mental health help below the video in the description. So please go ahead and check that out. If you're just looking for more information, or if you are someone that identifies with any of the issues that we may have spoken about, or even just similar sort of subjects that we've spoken about. I wanted to wrap up today's episode on one very simple note. Someone amongst us has hit another milestone in their life, and I think it's very important that we acknowledge the fact that Hassan, it's his birthday today, so I think we should all sing happy birthday to Hassan and give him a quick little birthday wish. So who's going to start? On 3?
Wait. What one are we doing?
We're singing him happy birthday.
Yeah, but which happy birthday? Are we doing Stevie?
The traditional?
Just go traditional.
Fine. All right. Go on
You
then.
want to do a Stevie one?
No, it's fine.
No,
it's fine. No, you go ahead.
Take the mic.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Don't know what to do.
Happy birthday, dear Hassan. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. That means a lot.
Speech. How?
300.
Speech. Great speech.
Fucking, I hate a speech. Yeah. Thank you, everybody.
Why has he put his TV voice on? Thank you, everybody.
This is my telephone voice. Thank you, everybody. Thanks, everyone. Appreciate it. 30.
Do you feel like you've hit 30? Like you're like, I think for me, I'm looking after my health a bit more, just being a bit more sort of mindful about that.
Yeah, I think.
Same with you as well.
Yeah, I kind of had a sort of health kind of turnaround about sort of 5-6 years ago. So like, I think I'm a lot healthier than I was 10 years ago, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm not sort of worried about getting older and shit like that. Like, it comes in it. So yeah.
Can't control it. Well, listen, we have got a lovely little cake and some halal alcohol because there's some non-drinkers in there. That's a new thing. Shout out to Dora who gave me the term halal alcohol. Apparently, it's a thing, guys. So get on the halal alcohol. It's healthy for you. So we are gonna have a little celebration. Probably won't do that on camera because we don't want to make a mess and we need to wrap up. But guys, listen, thank you very much for tuning in. If this is the second time you're joining us, or the third time technically, because we're doing episode 1 and 2 parts. If you are joining us for the first time, please go watch part 1 and 2 of episode 1. And also make sure you drop any comments for suggestions, ideas, questions you may have. Like this video, give us a big old thumbs up. Guys, thumbs up to the cameras, please.
All right.
Please,
You know, man.
like and subscribe.
Seriously, like marshalling the...
Anything else?
Yeah.
Yes.
Subscribe.
Tell them to subscribe. One by one. Amar.
Yeah, subscribe. Make sure you comment and give us some ideas for the next episode, you know.
Ooh, yeah, questions. Come on.
Yeah. Drop some questions. We'll be answering them next week, the next session. If you got any dilemmas you want us to deal with or to give you advice in,
Deal with, sorry.
hit us up.
I didn't offer to help people out.
Well,
I need help myself.
protection thing again.
Guys, thank you very much for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. And that's us done.